Good morning, even if it's not morning, This is Sharisi. Oh, no reshade, Jesus. Oh, there it goes. This is Sharisi, and this is also my second time recording this video. Well, the first time I recorded it was like 2 nights ago in the middle of the night, and I was re-watching it back, and you don't need to see that. you don't need to see that. Okay, so this video is basically, it's been split into 2 parts, and in this part I'm just gonna be going over kind of like, I don't even know how to describe this. I'm gonna be going over some of the projects I'm about to be starting, what my probably upcoming videos are gonna look like, stuff like that. Just, talking about making stuff in The Sims. And then in the second part of the video, we are going to be brainstorming. I started that sentence so confidently and then ended it, so I lost it. In the second half of the video, we're going to be brainstorming some small packs, specifically focusing on animated Deco Sims. So one thing I really want to go over first is addressing, hold up, wow, Jesus. The first thing I really want to go over real quick is for the people who are having trouble with locating my animated Deco Sims in Build and Buy. So in my download post, I will typically always include like the keywords that you can search to find my content, but Sharisi will always be one of them. All of my stuff should always be tagged with Sharisi, and that's the way you're gonna be able to find everything I have. But for my animated Deco Sims specifically, this is how you locate them in your game, so if you're having trouble finding them. And also, one other important thing I want to mention is that when you're searching for my stuff, make sure you always click on text search for, because this is like the way the Sims 4 search menu and Build and Buy works. It could be a little finicky. So you see here, even though I'm searching Neon Dancer, it says nothing is popping up. If I hover over this object, it says Neon Dancer right there in the title. And if I click text search for, you're gonna see everything that has Neon Dancer in the title, and this is from my clubbing pack. So yeah, make sure you always press Neon Dancer. Even if when you search something, things pop up, just always click text search for, this very first option, so that everything pops up. The reason why I do this is because I am a huge fan of Deco Sims, and one of my favorite creators, one of the top tier animated Deco Sim creators, or Deco Sim creators, is Lazy Simmies. As you can see here, I absolutely love their content. I love their Deco Sims. I think they add so much to my game. Even if they don't move, like I love a still Deco Sim as well, especially since theirs are so pretty. But they actually really piss me off. When you're not looking for Deco Sims, seeing them pop up in the build buy menu could be the most aggravating thing ever. Like it irritates me so bad. Like if I go here, I'm looking for a vase. Instead I'm interested in human trafficking all of a sudden. Like I'm looking for, a fairy statue, and I'm getting half naked people on the beach, and when I need it, it's great. But when I don't need it, seeing all this at the very top before I get to the stuff that I actually want and care about, I don't like. That's just something I wanted to go over really quick at the beginning of this video before we move on. For everyone who is confused with finding my stuff, I hope this provided some clarity. We're gonna move on. So a while ago, was it 7 months ago? Damn. 7 months ago, I posted this video showing a Sims 4 animation I made, and it was basically just of a Sim signing "Nice to meet you" in ASL, American Sign Language. And I actually had a really good time putting this animation together. I believe it kick-started me back into, yes, it put me back in the mood for making animations for the sim, because I used to be all I did. I used to just make animations, and I am getting back into my ASL classes for real this time. Like I'm getting back into them, and I mean it. And so I'll be able to make more signing animations, which I really want to, because I was studying ASL for like 2 years, and then now I haven't studied it in like 3. So I want to get back into this, and I will. I'm gonna speak it out into existence. I will. Okay, so this sim that we have here is also a part of another project that I really want to work on, and that is my Sims family tree. So I'm gonna go. Okay, so this is the family tree I've been putting together, and this is from my holy grail save file. This is truly the only save. This is a family and truly the only save file I care about in my game to my heart. And I've put everyone on here, and I love it so much, but I threw this together and I could fully recognize that all of these pictures are fugly. And so I've been really wanting to make poses lately. I've been listening to lots and lots of sad music, and I mean like Lana Del Rey and very sad classical music. I don't know I do know what's going on, but I don't know why it's making me want to make poses badly, but I do. I really do. So I am going to be putting together a pose pack specifically for pictures for family trees. And that's because for my family tree photos, like I want to see like my Sims personalities show in the photo. Like you can see in these pictures here, I feel like you get a bit of their personality. I've done these two are finished. I've done them. I feel like you get a bit of personality without it just being like dead in the face, your Sims standing there. But I think I'm actually really excited for putting this together. I want to say it's like 30 Sims here. So it would be a 30 Sim pose, or maybe I'll separate it in generations. So like one pose pack for this generation, and another separate one for this generation. I'm not really sure yet, but this is my plan. This is what I really want to do. And I think I'm also going to make a video about it. So it would just be me like yapping about the lore of the family tree and all the tea that's going on here, while showing you like me making the poses and stuff. I'm not really sure. Let me go ahead and show you DeMarcus really quick. Let me get rid of all this. Okay, so let me do this real quick. This has been the setup I've been working with in my game right now. Let me show you. This is the render, and this is the setup I've currently been working with, and this is how I took those first 2 pictures. So initially, my plan was to have like the backgrounds be relevant to who my Sims are. Like this Sim, he's originally from Chestnut Ridge, so I was thinking of having the background for this photo be Chestnut Ridge, but then I thought going back and forth would be like annoying for me, like making the pose, putting it in game, and then finding it in game and taking a screenshot, and then what if I don't like the screenshot, or what if it doesn't like my alpha hairs, like all those things. So then I decided to just make a plain background here in Blender, but then I also thought about taking pictures in game and then just using them as backgrounds here. I'm not really sure. Oh no, I could render it out and see how it looks. You know what? I think it actually kinda... Okay, I didn't like it up until the point where I put it in here. And I kinda... Wait, I kinda like it. I think it looks really nice. I think it looks really cool, but I don't have to think about background. I feel like we're really kind of jumping around here, but in a different poll I dropped a while ago on my Patreon, I was asking my members if they wanted some of the Sims 4 poses I make while creating other packs. So when I'm making like covers and pictures and images for my Sims 4 stuff, sometimes I'll be making poses while doing that, and the llama scouts were one of them. I put all together all these poses literally just for taking pictures of them and on the box and stuff. And so usually what happens is I just keep them in a folder and they go into the abyss. But I put up a poll asking my members if they wanted those poses that were kind of just sitting there, and they said yes. So I have been working on cleaning those up and putting them in a pose pack all organized, and as well as turning the objects into accessories. And this is going to be the next thing I upload. The next thing I put up, this is going to be the next thing I put up for download. But that's where I am now, because I want to get back into, like, I love making the animated Deco Sims. I love spending time on those, but there's also there's other stuff I want to do in the game too, because I find that fun. I'm going to stay true to the things I like doing for funsies as well, and I really like pose packs. So I think I'm going to do those, and I'm really having a lot of fun with the family tree. Also, one thing I absolutely freaking adore, and I want to do now that I have a new PC, is make Blender scenes. I love making Blender scenes, and I feel like I don't make enough. Actually, I have a video, and it's a time lapse of me creating a Blender scene for my version of the, what is it called? Of the Queen of Hearts. And I've been sitting on it for a couple months at this point, because I wasn't sure when I think I'm gonna also be posting, I'm gonna just let it go soon. I'm not sure if I actually want to upload the Blender scene itself. It's one of those things I worked on and I was really happy with, and I walked away. I came back to, and I'm not as happy with it now as I was then, but I actually really like the video. This is one of the ones I made a while ago, and it was Beautiful Forest, and I loved working on this project so much, and I have ideas for a new Blender scene that I kind of really want to work on. So I want to get back into my Blender scene bag as well. So I think I'm gonna upload that time-lapse video. So if you see it sometime soon, this is what I'm talking about.